How we doing, guys? I have to put this out here for somebody. I've been feeling this with the Spirit. I felt it the past couple of weeks, and then yesterday was definitely confirmation from the Holy Spirit to put this out here. So I'm going to share this story with you, and I'm going to try and make it quick in order to fill it into this video. Um, Basically, I was abused as a child, right? I was molested from the age of 2 years old, okay? Now, once that happened, a demon, spirit of perversion, whatever you want to call it, came into me through that experience. Now, throughout my life, this demon continued to grow and know me and lead me into many other things. And coming from the life that I led and the way I was raised, I basically followed suit of anybody who was coming up that way. You're most likely going to fall into the things that I did. Drugs, alcohol was, pretty much you could see that written on the walls from, anybody looking at the scenario of my life. Now, Jesus comes and saves me and takes me out of hell, allows me to see him in this vision, right, a couple years back now, and I actually converse with him and everything like that, and he takes my addictions, he takes my, alcohol, my drugs, my nicotine in an instant, as if they never existed. He takes them instantly, but after that, now you got to understand, I was on the verge of suicide. I was committing suicide, and then, within hours, and then Jesus came, all this came. So then I had a long walk, and I'm still walking, but I've learned so much in the time that he has, come and visit me and taken my things from me. So I was very young in my walk and understanding things, and I was still trying to find out how to truly worship Christ. And I still fought off and on with pornography and things like that, and when I would, it would be like a compulsion, like I couldn't stop. I would feel like I'm not even in the driver's seat anymore, like something took me over. I just would feel like I couldn't stop. And a lot of it was me and my weakness, and maybe I wanted to a lot of times, and a lot of times I wasn't real strong with it, and it was just such a horrible thing. Now, this one year came up, and I felt through prayer Christ saying, do not celebrate Christmas. Basically when I was praying, and he was leading me to different things about holidays and things like that and traditions of this world and what people do, and people celebrate without even questioning things, and I didn't celebrate Christmas. Now from that point on, as soon as everybody knew that, everybody attacked me. Family, friends, they all came at me. You're nuts, you're this, you're that. And they basically, I've had people not talk to me for 8 months almost over this. So everybody that I knew and loved just turned on me viciously, right? So obviously, the Bible says that you'll be persecuted for me. So when even my spirit was weak at times, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just do it. Maybe I'll just get it. I mean, who cares, man? I'm tired of hearing all this. And as soon as I would do that, I would hear no, no. I would feel Christ instantly tell me, no, you just stay the course. So I said, all right, I'm staying the course, and I did. Now, by the time December 26th of that year came around, I was pretty beaten down mentally, and just, I had taken so much. I was just very down spiritually. And I went to bed that night, and just as Christ had taken me to hell and allowed me to see himself before in a vision years earlier, I was involved with another vision here from the Holy Spirit. Now, this vision, in real life, I was laying on my bed. My kids were in my living room. In this vision, it was the same setup. I was on my bed, my kids were in the living room, same deal. So this is the vision. I'm laying down, I sit up instantly, if you can imagine, just sitting up so fast and instantly looking right out my door into the living room. As I do that, as soon as I wake up, I feel the Holy Spirit all over me. I understand this is some kind of vision, and this is the Holy Spirit. As soon as I look out the door, I see this demon. He's walking like this, like just hunched over. And I instantly knew he's a 9-foot demon, but he's hunched over, and his eyes jumped when I seen him. He didn't expect me to see him, so he hid behind my fireplace, and now I'm like looking, I'm like, man. So I get off my bed, I have to go out there, obviously my kids are out there, and I grab 2 knives. Now the knives are, in the room, and I grab them because I'm still thinking with my human mind, I really have the Spirit on me, so it's not a big deal here. I don't need knives, but I'm not thinking that far ahead. I grab these knives, I go to my door where the living room's at now. There's my kids, and here this demon comes walking at me like this, like, just dead on. Like he owns me, he has every right to me and all these things. So I just close my eyes as he gets near me, and I swing at him twice. Now I open my eyes to see what happened to him. Is he bleeding? You know, what's the deal here? I want to see what happened to him. And I turn around and look, and he's going towards my front door. Now he actually was 9 feet stretched now. He's totally standing up straight. He had to open my door and duck and go out, and I thought it was weird that he had to open the door. I was like, why did he? I thought maybe he would just go through the door, but he had to physically open it. He opens the door, he runs down my front steps, and you know, you got your outside light. It lights up maybe 15, 20 feet. Well, he's standing right at the edge of the darkness and the light. I could see his silhouette. So I say to myself, I'm not chasing something that's pitch black into the pitch black. So I just shut the door. I look through the window of the door, and that demon's going like this. Just walking right back to me, and I could feel inside of me that, you know, he has rights to me. He belongs here. I can't throw him out. He has been here a long time. So I wait till he gets on the steps. I open the door again and run out. I still got the knives with me, and he runs down the steps and across my front yard. Once he leaves the light, though, he disappears into the darkness of my front yard. I don't see him again. Now I come back in and shut the door. Now, he wasn't running from knives. If we were to see this thing, we would die of fright. It was pitch black, 9 foot tall, 3.5 feet wide at his shoulders, and he had he was burnt all over the place, and these like pieces came up all over him, like, I don't know what you would call them, but that was all over him, scales and all that. Now when I came back inside, I felt the Holy Spirit say, this is the demon of perversion. Now when I first woke up and seen that demon, Jesus put that on me. This is the spirit of perversion. That's all I heard, and then I went through the rest of that vision. Now after I had locked the door, he said it again. This is the spirit of perversion that has been with you since most of your life, you know, from this time period, and this has plagued you. And that this is the same demon that is you're entertaining with pornography. When you watch pornography or you fall to pornography, this is what you're bringing into your house. A 9-foot demon. Now maybe it's not a 9-foot demon for you, but you know, I've seen demons and things like that, and I've never seen the same one twice. 10 feet, 9 feet, I've seen them smaller than me, but they're real. And this is what we're bringing in through our sexual perversions. And so many people out there are, you know, watching porn and masturbating and all these things, and you think you're alone. And you're not alone. Now, you understand God's watching you, obviously, but a lot of times you're in such a compulsion you don't care about that. And you want to follow anyway, you don't care. You'll repent later is the feeling, things like that. I had that before, but that wasn't truly walking with God. You know, and I always used to be so scared. I've seen Jesus Christ, how could I still fall to this? And I used to think, I'm going to go to hell. He's never going to have mercy on me. And I would beg and cry out. Now, this wasn't just a, hey, can you take this off me, Christ? This was crying out. This was begging mercy with everything that I had, all of my soul, days and weeks and weeks and weeks, just begging and crying out, please help me. And this is what he did. So he showed me, this is what you bring into your house when you watch this porn. This is what's coming into people's homes. This is why people are losing their battles, because these spirits are familiar spirits, and if you've been molested, they've been with you a long time. If you've been through some trauma, they've been with you a long time. They're familiar spirits. They know what you like, how to work you. They want to, you know, tempt you and make you give in to your earthly, you know, lusts and everything like that, and it's very real. A lot of people do not even pray against the spirits that may afflict them. You know, and the Bible says we don't wrestle against the flesh. You know, we don't wrestle against regular people. Flesh and blood, we are against the spirits, the principalities of darkness. Evil spirits is what we have to fight every day. There's a battle every day for our souls. And many people don't believe this. And the world says porn is okay. And the world justifies it and says it's fine. Now, I'm telling you, it's not. It's very dangerous. And if you are an authority figure, especially a parent or something, you're bringing this in, watching this on your computer, you're bringing these things, you're opening the door right up to your home and to your children, everybody else in it, and this thing will annihilate people. It will cause so much chaos and separation and division, you have no clue. Now, Jesus said, because of your obedience, I have allowed you to see this demon. Because of your obedience to me, because you stayed through when everybody was against you and you stayed the course because of me, I've allowed you to see this demon. And I have rid this demon from you and from your home. But you can bring it back. But now you know what this truly is. So, when I woke up from the vision, I went right out into the living room. I could feel the struggle. I could instantly feel, I'm telling you, I didn't look out the door, but I could feel that demon right outside the door. He wanted to come in because he had been there so long, he knew me so well, and he was pulling, I'm telling you, for 1 straight hour. All I did was pray. And this was such an intense battle. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pulling me to do something, look up porn, or pulling me in that, sexual perverted thoughts and all these things. And I just kept begging and pleading with God and pleading with God. And sometimes it was so much of a struggle. Excuse me. But I prayed intently. It felt like I prayed for 2 minutes. I prayed for an hour. Because it was so intense. It was so very intense. And I'm telling you, I can't explain it to you, but I could feel the evil outside. And if I would have done one thing, perverted, or, looked up porn or anything, this thing would have been in, and Christ would have went like that and said, okay, you made your choice. And that's what he was saying the whole time. I'm here. Do you want me, or you want to fight this? What do you want? And I'm telling you, I didn't know how long this was going to last, but after 1 hour's time, boom, I just felt this wind, this rush. Just go instantly. It was instantly gone. All that opposition, the oppression, everything was just gone, and I was totally free. And it was from that point that I truly understood Christ. Now, since he saved me, I loved him ever since. I have just been learning all the way through. I have never felt comfortable, because at times I would fall with that pornography and just be in so much sadness and begging God to forgive me. But now, since that moment, I understand that was the demon that was taken off of me. Hallelujah, I'm freed. Okay? But I am telling you now, I understand Christ does live in us. I know that Christ has breathed breath into me, and that he is allowing me to live. We are all on borrowed time, not just me, all of us. But now I know to follow Jesus. Now I don't care about this world. That was the very last thing that hampered me. And I know that when he took the other things, he knew I had to build myself up, I guess, spiritually, to be able to get to where I'm at now. To understand what I understand. But I am telling you that it is only through obedience. I was not able to defeat that demon on my own. I was going insane trying to beat this thing, at times. And I'm telling you that if you would just turn to Jesus Christ and repent and get on your knees and say, Jesus, please, I accept you as my Savior. Please come into my heart. Please forgive me for all the times I've ever been in agreement with the enemy, knowingly or unknowingly. Please separate me from any strongholds or bondages or generational curses. You can say these spirits by name. I rebuke the spirit of perversion or lust or pride or any of these things, envy, gossip, whatever, sexual perversion. These things are so prevalent, and so many people do not even pray against the principalities that are coming after them. They have no clue, and they don't care, and they're not scared of it. So the pornography and masturbation, this world puts it out there, it's okay. It's not. And you will bring this in, and you know it. Whoever's out there and you're addicted to these things, you feel that compulsion. You feel as though you're not even in control. You're not even in the driver's seat anymore. You know why? Because technically you're not. You're feeding that demon. You're feeding that thing, and that for a second that thing's running rampant, doing its thing. But I can tell you that Jesus Christ can take anything off of anybody. I don't know why I've seen what I've seen. I don't know why I've been through what I've been through. I never thought that I'd have any kind of story like this ever. Ever. I never thought I'd have 1/10 of what I've seen. But for some reason I have. And for some reason I'm supposed to get this out to somebody. So, whoever you are, please be very, very scared of pornography and masturbation and the sexual sins you bring in, because it will affect your whole family. And to the people, people of the world will say this is crazy and all that stuff, and porn's fine and this and that. And guys, you got to understand, you can't be with the world. You have to follow Jesus. I wouldn't make this up. It serves me no purpose here. I gain nothing from this except to tell the truth to somebody out there. Please beg Jesus to help you. Beg him sincerely, seek him truly, and he will come to you in his own time. May Jesus bless you guys. I love you.